Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to swap out the throttle tube on your R3 for the R6 one. This is a pretty common mod and there's a good reason for it. It usually costs less than 30 bucks for one of these. And if you haven't noticed already on your R3, when you are pulling the throttle, it takes quite a bit to get it to full use. Whereas if you use the one from the R6, it cuts that out by about 15 to 20%. So you're not having to pull your wrist all the way across just to get that full throttle. So I'm going to show you how to do this mod. I'm going to show you all the parts you need and everything for it. And you can get it done pretty quick. Usually it only takes about 20 minutes or so. So you only need a handful of tools to do this. You need some sort of small screwdriver, Phillips, and then you'll need a 5mm Allen key, some pliers, and then just some sort of vice grips with like a cloth to wrap it around. All right, so to start, you just want to get something soft like a cloth to put around the bar end here so you don't scuff it up, and then just get your pliers to grip the end of that, kind of hold it in place. And while you're doing that, you're just going to use your Allen key to get to the Allen bolt in here and just loosen that up. All right, and from here you should just be able to pull that off. So set that aside. You'll obviously still need that. All right, and so right under here there's a Phillips screw. So you'll just want to be able to get that out and loosen that up. And the other one is going to be right here. So just loosen that one up as well. This one's a pretty long screw. And you could drop it like I did. But that's it for that. And this may only apply to 2019, 2020 models, but there's actually one more right up in there that you'll also need to loosen up. So it's right in about that area. You're going to set that one aside as well. And once you get all the screws out, you just kind of carefully pull this top part up. You should feel it be pretty loose at this point. And then you can see the cables that you'll need to disconnect. And just be careful with these wires that are in here for the starter switch. Okay, and then from here you're going to need to disconnect this cable right here. And the easiest way to do it is actually to pull the throttle a little bit to loosen it up, like so, and then get your pliers. Kind of guide that cable out of here. And then once you get the bulk piece out, you should be able to guide it off. It just takes a little bit of time there, but that's the main piece that you're getting out. And then there's also another one further up. So you'll do the same type of thing. And then from here, once you kind of push this down a little bit, it should let you just slide the tube right off, just like that. Now, when you put the new one on, you do want to put some grease on it. This bike is basically brand new, so I'm not going to do that part, but be sure to do that to yours, especially if it's been a few years old. But yeah, here's the old one, and kind of show you the difference here. So this one's going to be the R6, and then this is the stock one from the R3. Something to note as well is on the R6 one, you're going to see this little plastic washer under here. And it's advised, at least from Norton Motorsports, to just go ahead and remove that altogether. There isn't one on the stock R3 grip, so you can just go ahead and take that off. I just cut mine like that with some wire cutters. All right, and then from here, it's basically just the reverse order. Slide on the new one. As I mentioned before, be sure to grease your handle if yours isn't brand new like mine. Kind of finagle the cables and everything back in there. And so I'm going to start with the cable on the lower side here, this one. And you shouldn't have to use pliers for this. If you give it enough slack, you can just kind of slide that through, and then the cable will guide itself into that little slot. And then you're going to do the same for the one that goes on this side. All right, so this one on the back is a little bit trickier to get to. So this one I will use some pliers for. You may end up finding you need to do the same, just to kind of hold this guy down. There we go. And from here, you're basically just kind of putting everything back together, making sure everything is back in its place, especially under the bottom side here. There's these little guides on mine. All right, and then once you get this all straightened out, you can then put the pieces back on and kind of screw everything back in. And so you'll just want to do this in reverse order. So the first screw you want to get through is the one that goes on the inside in here. So I'm going to move this cable out of the way for right now. Then make sure that's tight. You don't want to do super tight just because it's plastic holding on to plastic. And kind of guide that cable back to where it belongs. And then I'm going to work on the bottom side next. And just the same as before, just make sure it's tight, but you don't want to crank too hard down on it just because it is plastic. And before you do this bottom part, just make sure they're all lined up. There's pretty much only one way to fit them in there, so it's kind of hard to mess that up, but just double check before you screw everything together. And once you have everything buttoned up, you just kind of want to check it, make sure nothing's sticking. It seems all good. And then you could go ahead and put that piece on the end. All right guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you've been riding your R3 for a while and you want to change how the throttle feels, it's a super easy mod to do, doesn't cost a lot, and doesn't require a lot of tools, as you can see. If you guys want to do this mod, I hope you found the video helpful. You can probably accomplish this in less than 20 minutes, and it just changes the way the bike feels altogether. I just got this bike, by the way. I sold the Aprilia Shiver. It was kind of sad to see that one go, but I want to try something lighter and something that I can do more mods to. So I picked this up. It's 2019 Yamaha R3, obviously. And this one is in pearl white, which you don't see very often. So that's one of the reasons why I picked this one up. I like the color scheme of this one. But I do plan on doing some more mods to this, so stay tuned for some more of those if you want to see some more videos on the Yamaha R3. And as you can tell, I already did an exhaust on it, so I'll be doing a review video on that as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.